What is the value of the expression 5 squared plus 10 divided by 5 multiplied by 4? Which option do you think is the correct answer to this question? 98% of people get tricked and choose the wrong answer. Let's break it down and solve it together. To solve this question, many people start by calculating 5 squared first, and instead of the original expression, they rewrite it as 25 plus 10 divided by 5 multiplied by 4. And the next step, they usually perform the addition between 25 and 10 and simplify this expression to 35 divided by 5 multiplied by 4. Then, they proceed by doing the division between 35 and 5, which gives them 7 multiplied by 4. And finally, they multiply 7 by 4, which ends up with the answer 28. Then, without any hesitation, they quickly say that option C is the correct answer to this question. However, this answer is absolutely wrong. Also, some other people when solving this question first go to the expression 5 squared and they simplify to 25 plus 10 divided by 5 multiplied by 4. And the next step, they usually go for the multiplication between 5 and 4 because they think multiplication has priority over division. So, they rewrite this expression as 25 plus 10 divided by 20. Next, they perform the division between 10 and 20 since they believe division has priority over addition. And they rewrite this expression as 25 plus 0.5, which ultimately gives them the answer 25.5. And immediately, they conclude that option B is the correct answer to this question. However, that's definitely wrong. Alright, now let me show you how to solve this expression properly. To solve this question, we must follow the PEMDAS rule. We should perform these operations exactly in order from top to bottom, step by step. Okay, as you can see on the screen, and this expression, first we have an exponent, then an addition sign, followed by a division, and finally a multiplication. We should start with the exponent, because in this expression, exponent has a higher priority than the other operations. So, this expression simplified to 25 plus 10 divided by 5 multiplied by 4. And the next step, we need to handle the division and multiplication, since multiplication and division have higher priority than addition. However, it's really important to understand that multiplication and division are at the same level of precedence. In this situation, the best thing to do is to start from the rest of the expression and move toward the right, performing division and multiplication in order. So, first we perform the division between 10 and 5, and this expression simplified to 25 plus 2 multiplied by 4. And the final step, we do the multiplication between 2 and 4, which gives us 25 plus 8. And finally, the value of this expression is equal to 33. That's great. Option D is the correct answer to this question. Alright, now let's solve another tricky math question together. What is the value of the expression 45 divided by 9 multiplied by open parentheses 2 plus 3 close parentheses? Which option do you think is the correct answer to this question? Let's take a closer look and solve it together. And the first step, most people start by solving the expression inside the parentheses and replace it with 45 divided by 9 multiplied by 5. And the next step, they go for the multiplication between 9 and 5 because they think multiplication has priority over division. So, this expression simplified to 45 divided by 45, which finally gives them the answer 1. And immediately, they quickly say that option A is the correct answer to this question. But I have to say we were tricked and it's not the correct answer to this question. As you can see on the screen, in this expression, first we have a division sign, followed by a multiplication sign, and finally parentheses. To solve this question, we need to use the PEMDAS rule. PEMDAS shows us the priority of the order of operations. So, we start with the parentheses first, because it has the highest priority than the other operations. Okay, this expression simplified to 45 divided by 9 multiplied by 5. Now, it's time to simplify this expression. It's very important to note that in the PEMDAS rule, multiplication and division have exactly the same level of priority. In this case, all we need to do is to start from the left side of the expression and move step by step toward the right. So, first we perform the division between 45 and 9, which simplified this expression to 5 multiplied by 5. And finally, the value of this expression must be equal to 25. Therefore, option D is the correct answer to this question.